Project 2 Feeding and Caring for Farm Animals is here. So here we are going to do textual question answers and multiple choice questions. 20 MCQs are there and rest are textual question answers. So the first is this: which of the following is best defined livestock? And the options are wild animals living in forest, animal raised on farms for food, fiber or labor, pet kept in homes, and aquatic animals in oceans. So the correct answer is animal raised on farms for food, fiber or labor is best defined as livestock. Next, livestock help in increasing the income of farmer through selling animal products like milk, egg and wool. That is the correct answer. Providing free labor, reducing crop yields, none of the above. So the right answer is selling animal products like milk, egg and wool. Which of the following is an indirect economic benefit of livestock? And the options are soil fertilization through manure, meat production, wool production, milk production. So soil fertilization through manure is an indirect economic benefit of livestock. Which festival in Tamil Nadu involves the worship of bull and is celebrated as the thanksgiving to farm animal? Pongal, Bihu, Lohri, Basant Panchami. So, Pongal. Pola festival celebrated in Maharashtra is dedicated to the worship of which animal? Elephant, bulls and oxen, camel, dog. Bulls and oxen. The main purpose of festival like Pola and Kanuma is to celebrate the arrival of monsoon, honor and thank the animal for their hard work in farming, mark the beginning of the new year, celebrate the birth of a deity. So the correct answer is honor and thank the animal for their hard work in farming. What is animal husbandry? The study of wild animals in their natural habitat, the science of breeding and caring for farm animals, the practice of keeping pets at home, the process of planting crops. The science of breeding and caring for farm animal is animal husbandry. Which disease can be prevented in livestock by vaccination? Foot and mouth disease, common cold, malaria, typhoid. So, foot and mouth disease. What is the recommended practice to maintain animal health? And the options are regular vaccination and proper nutrition, keeping animals in overcrowded places, avoiding veterinary checkups, feeding animals only once a week. So the correct answer is regular vaccination and proper nutrition is recommended practice to maintain animal health. What is the primary goal of a selective breeding in animal husbandry? To produce animals with desirable traits, to increase the number of animals regardless of quality, to train animals for entertainment, to prevent animals from reproducing. So the correct answer is to produce animals with desirable traits. One of the primary role of DASD, that is Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy, is to promote crop farming technique, develop and improve livestock and dairy sector, regulate fishing industries, monitor forest conservation. So, develop and improve livestock and dairy sector. Green fodder is primarily used to provide animals with fiber and minerals, vitamin and moisture, only carbohydrate, protein only. So, vitamin and moisture. Dry fodder mainly provide animals with energy through carbohydrates and fiber, water content, vitamins, minerals only. So, energy through carbohydrate and fibers. Which of the following crop is most suitable for making silage? So, and the answer is lucerne, maize, cowpea or groundnut. So, that is maize. Which of the following is commonly used in home remedies to prevent parasite in livestock? Lantana leaves, neem, turmeric, all of the above. All of the above is commonly used in home remedies to prevent parasites in livestock. Simple indigestion in cows is mostly caused by viral infection, change in feed or poor quality feed, insect bite, excessive water intake. So change in feed or poor quality feed lead to simple indigestion in cows, right? Which of the following is essential for the good health of farm animals? Proper shelter, balanced feeding, clean drinking water, all of the above. So the correct answer is all of the above. Balanced ratio means only dry fodder, only green fodder, feed with all nutrients in required quantity, feed with more carbohydrate. Feed with all nutrients in required quantity. Disinfectant commonly used in livestock sheds include sugar solution, potassium permanganate, ghee or urea. So potassium permanganate is usually commonly used as disinfectant in livestock sheds. What is the most common method of preventing disease in farm animals? Overfeeding, vaccination, isolation from others, feeding antibiotics only. So, vaccination is a common method of preventing disease in farm animals. Now, let us do some textual question and answer. This is from page number 37. The relationship between the farmer or animal owner and the animal is essential for its well-being. Now, how does it react to the presence of the owner? So, animal may become calm and friendly when they see their owner. They often show excitement like wagging tails or purring to greet their owner. Animals often react positively to the presence of their owner, showing sign of trust and comfort. Does the farmer or animal owner have a specific name for the animals? What criteria were used for naming animals? How do they recognize individual animals? Page number 37. Yes, owner often give specific name to their animals. Names are usually based on their animal's appearance, behavior, breed, or personal preferences. Animals recognize their names through repeated use, tone of voice, and consistent training, allowing them to respond to individual calls. What are the reasons for keeping animals on the farm? Page number 37. Animals are kept on farms for various reasons, including providing food, that is milk, meat, egg, or labor for plowing, producing product like wool or leather, and for breeding or sale to generate income. They also help to maintain farm ecosystem. Talk to a farmer or animal owner or your friend and find a story about the relationship between a farmer or animal owner and the animal. You can also find any local poem or folk song about farm animal, page number 37. The relationship between an animal and its owner is typically based on companionship, care, and mutual trust. The owner provides food, shelter, and medical care while the animal offers loyalty, affection, and emotional support. What are the most common livestock in your locality? Page number 39. That is goat, sheep, cow, buffalo, chickens. List the important breed of livestock in your locality. Page number 39. So cow, Jersey, that is one type of breed. High butterfat content in milk, and buffalo Murrah, high milk producing breed. Okay, so these are different type of breed in cow and buffalo. Which food sources are used for livestock in your area? Grass, maize, sorghum. List the common infectious disease that affect livestock: foot and mouth disease, rabies, anthrax, mastitis. So these are the common diseases. List three major difficulty farmers face while vaccinating their livestock. Page number 41. High cost of vaccine, lack of access to vaccine or veterinary service, poor knowledge or awareness about vaccination schedule. Page number 41 again. What are the other standard healthcare measures farmers take to protect their animals beside vaccinations? So maintaining clean and hygienic living condition, quarantining new or sick animals, proper nutrition and feeding, regular health checkup and monitoring, regular deworming. So these are the other standard healthcare that a farmer should take care, right, to protect their animals beside vaccination. Page number 41. Are there any belief associated with vaccinating livestock among farmers? Like if they believe that there is a belief that milk or meat becomes poisonous after vaccination, try to find out the reason behind this belief. Yes, some farmers believe that vaccinating livestock can make milk or meat poisonous or harmful, leading to hesitation or refusal to vaccinate. This misconception can affect animal health. Page number 41. Are there any homemade medicine or home-based remedies for livestock reared by farmer or animal owners in your locality? So neem leaves used for treating skin infection and parasite. Turmeric used for healing wound and reducing inflammation. Garlic used to boost immunity and treat parasite. What medical facilities are available for animal in the area? Page number 41. So veterinary clinic and medical shops are available, right? Page number 51. So many questions are there from the textbook. So have you seen storage space for green fodder in farms or animal shelters? Yes, farmers often store green fodder in dedicated space like sheds or pit. They may use method like haymaking to preserve fodder for dry periods. However, fresh fodder is usually preferred and fed daily when available. Okay, so here in the question they have asked about the how they are going to store the green fodder, or do they use the fresh fodder every day. Next, page number 51. How is the fodder requirement calculated? Is there any wastage fodder? Approximately how much green fodder gets wasted daily? What are the reasons for wastage? Fodder requirement is calculated based on the animal weight, species, and production stage. Yes, fodder wastage occur typically around 10 to 20% daily. Reason include spillage, spoilage, trampling, and poor storage or feeding method. What are the key challenges in gathering green fodder, silage bags, and chopping? Do farmers owner think silage is useful in overcoming these challenges? Key challenges in gathering green fodder, silage bagging, and chopping include labor intensity, lack of equipment, and proper storage facilities. Many farmers find silage useful as it preserves fodder for a longer period, reduces wastage, and ensure feed availability during dry seasons. What are the key difficulties you face while making silage? What, in your opinion, would you do differently next time? Proper chopping and airtight sealing are the key difficulty I face while making silage. Next time, I would focus on better chopping for uniformity and ensure airtight packing to improve the fermentation and reduce waste. Page number 53. How do farmer owners store dry fodder? Do they chop dry fodder before feeding it to the animal? If not, why? Farmers store dry fodder in stocks or shades to keep it dry and protected. They usually do not chop dry fodder before feeding because animal can eat it directly, and chopping in is labor intensive and not always necessary for dry fodder. Do you see any advantage of chopping dry or green fodder? Explain your response. Yes, chopping fodder make it easier for animal to eat and digest, reduces wastage and help mix different types of feed evenly, improving nutrition and feed efficiency. What were the key difficulties you faced while making dry fodder? What, in your opinion, would you differently do next time? It is time-consuming process. Moreover, unexpected rain slow down the drying process. Moisture reabsorption while storage is also challenging. Next time, I would use a covered drying area, monitor moisture level closely, and ensure better storage condition to prevent spoilage. What did you learn from farmer, animal owners, and friends while doing the project? I learned practical animal care skills like feeding, cleaning, handling. I also came to know about the daily farm routine and responsibilities, animal behavior and health sign, importance of hygiene and safety, and the challenges farmers face in livestock management. Page number 56. Name three skills that you have learned while working with the expert. Proper feeding and nutrition management, identifying common animal diseases and basic first aid, safe animal handling and restraint techniques. Think and answer, that is a textual question answer, page number 58. What were the challenges you face? Challenges I face: handling uncooperative animals, understanding medical terms and procedures, adjusting to early and physically demanding work. What will you do differently next time? Next time, I will prepare better physically and mentally, study basic animal care in advance, communicate more with the expert for guidance. In your opinion, do we provide proper care and health treatment to our farm animals? Do we have appropriate technologies and infrastructure to care for farm animals? In my opinion, care and health treatment for farm animals are improving, but in many areas they are still not adequate. We often lack modern technology, trained staff, and proper infrastructure, especially in rural regions. More investment and awareness are needed to ensure better animal welfare. How has the role of farm animal changed with changes in human society? The role of farm animal has changed from mainly labor and transport to food production due to mechanization. Today, they also contribute to income, organic farming, reflecting society's shift toward efficiency, sustainability, and animal welfare. Okay, so this is project 2 for standard 8. where we have done the MCQs and the textual question answers. However, the chapter was too long. Feeding and caring for farm animals. So this much for this video. If you have watched until the last, then thank you so much for watching the video.